Sisters, this is just a really quick message of encouragement today. As so many of, as this healing process takes place, seeing that the Lord literally took the women through this process first of healing. And not everything was healed, but it was done, out of a grace for us then to be able to now help the sons of God in their healing. But with that is going to come, trials and having to now step forward with that Christ-like perfected love that Christ instilled in us as he walked us through, our errors and our weaknesses. And when we have an error, I'm sorry, I have a really scratchy throat today. When an error is brought into our awareness, it's for that purpose of healing, and so that we can truly change it. And Christ is the master healer, so it's brought into our awareness to heal. So if we look at the dial and how they had, then walked me through the actual, it's a healing wheel, and all 4 areas of our life need to be in balance, which is emotional, physical, mental, and spiritual. But the one thing, especially for men, that is out of balance is their emotional, because men have been taught their whole lives to suppress their feelings. They're not supposed to show them. They're not supposed to have emotion. If you cry, suck it up, deal with it. And so the men have bottled up a lot of things inside. And so as helpmates, we're supposed to be helpmates to our husbands, just like they're helpmates to us, right? We help bring a better version of ourselves. We help bring healing and encouragement to one another. And you can't heal something that you don't know is broken, right? And that's why Christ taught, I'm the master physician, but those that need no healing, I'm not their master physician, because they don't understand that anything's broken within them. And so with the husbands and the sons of God going through this process, we have to be really careful that we don't hinder what the Lord is trying to do. And he is trying to bring these weaknesses into the light so that true healing can happen. But as women, we want to, for some reason, this world has been trained that when a weakness of a man comes forward, it has to be silenced, or, oh, look at the pain or the hurt that is bringing forward. But the Lord has to bring those things forward in order for true healing to come. And Father needs his daughters more than ever to literally be helping their husbands heal at this time. And so looking at the error and then helping them through that, and rejoicing in the fact that it's been brought to the light, which means now the Lord can bring true healing to this person. So making sure, sisters, that we are truly being the light for our husbands. Yes, things that are going to come into the light might be very painful, but we need to really take it to the Lord about switching our mindset of not taking that weakness within themselves as a personal attack. We need to look at Christ met us in our error. He didn't continue to condone us in that error, and he loved us through that and brought it into our awareness so we could change it. And that's what he has to do for the sons of God too. And for some reason we've been, like I said, the world is out of balance with these men, thinking that they're always strong, they're always supposed to be perfect, they're always supposed to be doing everything right. That is a false illusion that needs to be stripped from our minds. And when we do that, the healing for our spouses, for our husbands, will become phenomenal in our lives. So I know that many women are struggling with this right now. And this is just a word of encouragement to keep going. It's hard when you're in the thick of it, but seeing the beauty that will come if we step into the healing instead of running from the healing. So if we run from the healing, then we're placing judgment. We're taking it as personal attacks. So we have to step back and see that this is being brought into the light because this is the year of the Lord. This is the mighty healing of his people. But are we helping the healing or are we hindering the healing? And if the Lord showed us his grace and mercy, then that perfected love, we show that grace and mercy to others in the weaknesses that they themselves struggle with. So this is just a word of encouragement to the wives, that if we don't want our husbands to, go back into that broken way of thinking, because if we hinder them in their progression, what's going to happen is they're going to convert back into that shell and just be like, well, I'm not going to bring anything into the light because it causes more hurt than pain. And we're not supposed to be our husband's stress. We're supposed to be our husband's peace. Okay. A virtuous woman brings the peace. And so we truly need to be the peace in our husbands' lives in this time of helping them change their mindset, because they've always had to, squash their emotions and their feelings and just suck it up because that's what the world has taught them, which is very broken, and that makes that healing wheel out of balance in their lives. So women, let's be the light for our husbands, and truly let's help them, even when it is difficult. The Lord took us through our healing first, and gave us our strength. So don't lose our strength in what the Lord has given us during this time of healing. I hope that encourages each of you to keep going and see things from maybe a different perspective than what you've been seeing them through. So God bless. Have an amazing day.